2023 presidential candidate under the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Atiku Abubakar, reassures Nigerians that he will continue to work for the fight of political and economic restructuring that the country needs to reach its true potentials. This was made known during a press conference by the presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar in Abuja. He further proposed to the members of the National Assembly present that there should be electronic voting and collation of results mandatory to avoid rigging of election, as election is supposed to be free and fair. However, Atiku Abubakar said, in order to ensure proper mandates and representation, we must move to require a candidate for president to earn 50% plus one of the valid votes cast, failing which the run-off between the top two candidates will be held, as most advanced countries also adopt this system.
As for me and my party, this phase of work is done. However, I'm not going to go away. If you think I'm going to go away, forget about it. For as long as I breathe, I will continue to struggle with other Nigerians to deepen our democracy and rule of law. I will continue to work for the kind of political and economic restructuring that the country needs to reach its true potential. That struggle should now be led by the younger generation of Nigerians who have even more at stake than my own generation. So, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me make a few proposals that I believe will help. Listen carefully. We can urgently make constitutional amendments, and I'm happy members of the National Assembly are here, that will prevent any court or tribunal from hiding behind technicalities and legal sophistry to affirm electoral haste and undermine the will of the people. Our democracy must mean something. It must be substantive. Above all, it must be expressed through free, fair, and transparent elections that respect the will of the people. Firstly, we must make electoral voting and collation. Members of our National Assembly here present, we must make electronic voting and collation of results mandatory. We don't want to see any human being handling our results, whether at the polling units, at the ward, at the local government, we should all be able to stay in our homes and look at the television as the television is putting our results. This is the 21st century, and countries less advanced than Nigeria are doing so already. It is only bold initiatives that transform societies. Secondly, our members of the National Assembly, we must provide that all litigation arising from a disputed elections must be concluded before inauguration of a winner. Please, I beg of you. This was the case in 1979. I don't know how we came to this present situation. The current time frame between elections and inauguration of winners is adequate to dispense with all election litigations. What we have currently is akin to asking thieves to keep their loot and use the same to defend themselves while the case of their robbery is being decided. It only encourages mandate and banditry rather than discourages it. Thirdly, in order to ensure popular mandate and real representation, we must move to require a candidate for president to earn 50% plus one of the valid vote cast, failing which a runoff between the top two candidates will be held. Most countries that elect their presidents use this two-round tier system with slight variations rather than our current fast-past-the-post system.
Madam, who wants a ticket cannot be my president. You're my president.
Olamiko Wisdom, GTV Africa.